generations the value of freedom at ratesacrossamerica.org.
I've been run down, I've been lied to.
It's Monday, October 20th. You're tuned into the People's Patriot Project WeP3 Weekly Debrief. Right now, you're listening to WeP3 Radio, proudly produced in the partnership with Race Across America Radio. Together, we share our mission to remember the fallen, honor those who have served, and teach future generations the value of freedom. Freedom secured by the brave men and women who are warring our uniform, defending our communities and our country. Currently playing on WeP3 Radio. Again for the whipping post.
Time to the whipping post. Time to the whipping post. Good Lord, I feel like I'm dying.
You got it!
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
You got it!
Took me a minute to figure it out, brother. Took me a minute to figure it out. Boom, here we go. It is Monday. Your mic is off, just so you know. It is Monday, October 20th, and we are here for the WeP3 Weekly Debrief. And what does that mean, man? It means we do a lot during the week. We've got our podcast. We've got our radio station. We are helping veterans with solutions, resolutions, and support. And then we come back here on Monday and we say, hey, we did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And there are other organizations doing that out there as well. And but we want to make sure that we are keeping people informed and that there is a place, a resource, an opportunity, a beacon. I mean, let's tear the Band-Aid off, man. We're getting it done. I had an amazing conversation with Rollout PTSD down in Puerto Rico today, the amazing Mr. Michael Ledford. doing some collaboration pieces and doing some amazing things down in Puerto Rico. Just an amazing conversation. Do a quick shout out to Brian, or not Michael, and all the things that he's doing down there with Rollout PTSD. Good talking today, brother. And then I get to spend the afternoon hanging out with this amazing cat, Frank, the myth, the author, the news broadcaster, Frank, I'm impressed with you.
What did I do now?
Well, not everyone. Well, I don't, and there's not many. I wonder what the criteria is. And again, I'm not calling you old. I don't want to say old, but a person of your vintage who gets out and runs as much as you run.
Well, I don't know what the percent is, but I wouldn't imagine it'd be very high. But I wish it was higher because it's great exercise and it's a good way to try to stay between the lanes of birth and death.
So this might hurt your feelings a little bit.
Oh no.
You're not that bad, dude. You're not that bad.
I'm not that bad.
Yeah, there's a badder person out there in the world.
Oh, of course there is.
Because this last weekend, an 85-year-old woman completed the Ironman.
Oh, God, jeez. I said I'd.
Go ahead.
Well, I said I'd never run a half marathon, but I'd tell you straight up, I will not run more than that. That was my limit.
85 years old. And there's a criteria. It doesn't count if you don't make it in under 17 hours. And she made it under 17 hours. She first learned to swim in her 50s. I was listening to this morning, and I'm just like, what is going on, man? And I don't have her name. Anada is her name. Anada.
Unbelievable.
Hiromo Anada is her name. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's craziness.
That's amazing.
I told you I won't run to the mailbox and back, man. I am just that achy, hurty all the time, and I'm just like, oh man, I'm happy if I can get to the bathroom without peeing on myself in the morning. And I'm
kind of surprised that I'm as limber as I am today, because when I finished the run yesterday, I thought I was going to be just laying on the couch all day today. But
you're an impressive man, Frank. You're impressive.
I got a wife that makes sure I don't lay around on the couch all day.
Is she there cracking the whip, saying, Frank?
Oh, she's the most amazing person I've ever known, and I just wish I had met her earlier in my life, but it wasn't laid out that way.
Yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do, don't we?
She's the house commander.
The house, your house commander.
Ashamed to admit it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I changed all the. I think we forgot to do some advertising last night. So real quick, I'll run through some stuff. We got the amazing Ruck Digital doing amazing things for the People's Patriot Project. If you have any technological needs, mainly web page, reach out to our brother Lee Mosler, founder of Ruck Digital, and he will take care of all of those needs, and just doing an amazing job. And so make sure you frequent our veteran and first responder businesses and orgs. Jeremy Daniels, good to see you, brother. I see you. I see you there. Present, doing his thing. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for being here. Another one of our sponsors, the Builder Growth Engine. Again, these guys are looking for veteran organizations that need like automation assistance and stuff like that. And he's doing an amazing job. Appreciate all the things he's doing. Mr. Stephen Rainwater, and I don't even have I'm doing too many things at once. We're going to get you here, Frank. The link is in the notes. Boom, boom, boom. And so that's Stephen Rainwater and doing the things that he's doing there. Appreciate you, brother, for all the hard work you're doing and making us look good. And then Luke Porter doing absolutely, again, more amazing things. He's with Moving Tree Media. They are doing some of our social media pieces. They are doing our TikToks and doing our vertical presentations. This guy's a guru of the industry, and we appreciate people that come on board and want to make a difference. Again, that's Luke Porter with Moving Tree Media. We'll get that up there here in a second. Getting all the posts done. Boom. I like it because he's kind of branded with us a little bit. I like it. Only because they have the green on there. That's the only reason why I consider it branded with us. I'd like to say we've had a slow week. But the truth of the matter is we never, ever, ever really have a slow week. Had a couple asked in the hopper, was able to take care of some people this week. It's always a pleasure to do that. Sometimes, so I don't know if people know the structure of our board. We have a board of about 8 people. I say about because they don't always show up. Not an attack. They don't always have time, and I get it. But we have and I'm like a non-voting member. And so sometimes people reach out to me and say, hey, can you help me in this space? And I'm like, well, I'll put it to the board and let them have the conversation. And they're like, well, okay. The only time I get to vote is if there needs to be a tiebreaker. And usually our team does a pretty good of having the front end conversations. I don't know if there's ever anything that we've actually had a disagreement about. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing too, because I think it's okay to disagree and not see eye to eye on some things. And I know a lot of times during our board meetings, we sit there and we have a conversation and we amend what we need to amend at that time so everyone agrees or believes in. And that is something that when the People's Patriot Project was built, I just full-heartedly believe in absolute transparency, absolute collaboration, and that this would not be another one of those organizations that's ruled with an iron fist, and that we get things done, man. We roll, we rock and roll, and we do it because of the people that are involved. And we got an amazing crew down in Louisiana, amazing crew over in North Carolina. We got Frank here, who's over there by East by God, Virginia. I messed that up, did I?
East-west by God, Virginia.
East-west by God, Virginia. I don't get it. He says it's on the side.
Panhandle.
Someone's going to have to send me a picture of this. Frank, that's your homework. You got to send me a picture of these billboards or these signs you tell me about.
Oh, heck, they're on the highway.
Well, I'm not out there.
Well, I can't help it that you don't have taste in travel.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy. I am surrounded by Iowa, Wisconsin, and the Dakotas. Give me a break. Where would I go?
West by God, Virginia.
Yeah, that's a long ways away. That's a day's drive. A day's drive away. And I'm not even sure I can get there in a day.
It's just a country road.
What?
Just go down the country road. They'll take you home
Yeah. I don't know what that means, but
to the place you belong.
the plate, my home. Are you singing John Denver right now?
Mountain Mama.
We have a lot of fun during our Sunday night podcast. We had some amazing. Okay. I'm not throwing you under the bus. I don't want you to like reveal your cards or anything because everyone's got a flavor. Everyone likes their stuff. Has there ever been an episode of we got your 6 at 6 that you just like absolutely like that was terrible? Has there
Yeah,
ever been one?
mine.
Whatever. Come on. That's not
Don't
right.
play that back. Holy
No,
cow.
whatever.
I think you might have been one of my first podcasts.
Yeah.
Maybe the second or third one, but
I'm not gonna go down that path, Frank, with you. I'm not
that
gonna.
that was when I was younger.
Yeah. Would you even know how long ago it's been?
I would guess that it's been more than 2 years.
Would you know what episode it was?
I'd make a good guess if you held a weapon to my head, but I
Oh,
couldn't.
Lordy. No, we're not doing that. Let's see.
I've only watched it once.
Is it possible? No, not that one. No. Oh, Frank the Myth.
I think
6
Andrea laughed and kind of had some of what she was drinking come out of her nose.
16 June.
Yeah.
16 June 2024.
Yep.
So not quite too well. No, a year and a half. Not quite.
2024, 16 June. Yep.
Yep, that's when it was.
Remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah. How many miles have you ran since that date?
Oh man, I couldn't even begin to guess. It's probably quite a few because I ran.
I can tell you exactly how many miles I've ran since that date.
You're not keeping track though.
I can tell you exactly how many miles I ran. Exactly. To the 0.10 of a mile.
Yeah.
0. But I don't know if I should be celebrating that. I think I did run. I think I picked up a little. What qualifies as running?
Moving your feet.
Well, I do that
There's
every day.
there's people who run marathons that are going like 20-minute miles. And I don't know how they do it. I don't think I could do 26 miles if I was going that slow. I think I'd have to take a nap.
What do you have to make it under to have it count? Well, I suppose that depends on what.
Oh, they're all different. They have cutoffs.
Yeah.
Like this one that I just did, the half marathon cutoff was 4 hours. So that's crazy slow.
I was realizing as that question was coming out of my mouth that it was all going to be different.
They have qualifying times for the big ones. You gotta run a marathon in below a certain time to qualify for things like the Boston Marathon and big ones like that.
Sure.
I don't know what time is because like I said, I'm not running a step past 13.1 ever again in my life.
No matter what, you're done. You're done.
I wasn't made for long runs. I can do 5Ks and 10Ks and even a 10 miler I feel okay, but man, that extra 3.1 miles just kicked me up one side and down the other.
I think that's my theme too. I think I'll go with that. I'm not made for long miles. That's
There was people that ran the marathon yesterday that finished before I did.
shh. No one needs to know that. No one
And
needs
I
to-
ran the half marathon.
No one needs to know that kind of stuff, Frank.
Yeah, but I came across the line before the 8th place finisher in the marathon. And he
well,
raced
and
me at the end.
I guarantee you, he was half your age.
2/3 my age. He was,
Well, so there you go.
yeah. He wasn't a young guy, but I've got this crazy thing, and every race, no matter what the distance is, when I see the finish line, I can run really fast. And this guy, he came up from behind me, and he passed me initially, and I said, "Oh, heck no!" And we were probably 150 yards from the finish line, and I beat him. and he looked at me like, "What?" And I said, "Buddy, don't worry. You ran twice as far as I did. I just had enough in the tank at the end."
So how do they start you halfway in the course?
No, we ran the same course. And it was kind of funny. I mean,
Twice?
I've not run a race like that, and the marathon people had to go out and back twice.
Oh Lordy.
So it was set up for a half marathon, and the turnaround point was at 6.56 miles out. So when we got there, all we had to do is go back. But the marathon people had to do it twice.
Did you have a different color bib? Is that how they do it?
I don't recall.
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't pay him. The marathon people started a half hour before the half marathon.
sure.
So they were already probably a third of the way out to the turnaround point by the time we started. And I saw them. I mean, they were passing me going the opposite direction when I was heading out to the turnaround point. You know, that happened to me at the 10 miler once. My wife ran with me that day, and we were out probably about 2+ miles, and a bunch of the fast runners were coming up and passing us going the other direction, and that's not the route. The route isn't the out and back. So I'm thinking to myself, man, who are these people? They don't even know where they're going. And come to find out, they found a package underneath a bridge, and they changed the course in the middle of the race.
Oh,
And
Lordy.
instead of the normal route, we were going out and coming back, and it ended up being like 11.3 miles instead of 10.
It's craziness.
Yeah, it was not a pleasant day.
So every Sunday we come to the studio and we put on a broadcast called "We Get Your 6 at 6." And we committed to, when we started that show and series, that we would showcase boots on the ground organizations and influencers. And we didn't know it at the time, but that we would soon be showcasing our veteran and first responder musicians from across the country. And the reason why is, when people were calling to get support from the People's Patriot Project, some of the things that they were saying in the vernaculars we were hearing was, "Oh my gosh, you answered the phone. Oh my gosh, you answered the email. Oh my gosh, you're like real, and you do stuff." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, who's not doing that?" And of course the list started growing and hearing. And then just the recognition and knowing at the time there was only roughly 50,000 organizations, 56,000. Now there's over 80,000 organizations in our country that say they're helping veterans and first responders. That's a lot. That's a lot. Break that down per state. I mean, really, they're not per state, but I mean, when you think about it that way, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's not real. And here's the deal. We've muddied the waters. We've created a situation where our veterans and our first responders don't know where to reach. Yes, they'll reach out. We've got some organizations here in Minnesota that are supposed to be a conduit or a hub of information. And I've tried to utilize that source a number of times. And again, I'm going to throw them under the bus and get nasty with them, because the second we get nasty, someone's going to get nasty with us. And I get it and I understand, but our goal is to help as many as we can with the resources and with what we have. And so I'm like, let's be that conduit ourselves. Let's put the organizations out there. We can do a way better job. I'm not going to lie. Afterthought things, we were on episode this last weekend, 275. That is a organization and first responder, 275. We should have 275 organizations on a website that people can go to and say, hey, I need help in this area, and this website should be able to help. That's in the plan. It's been in the plan the whole time, but we don't have the manpower, to be honest with you. That's our truth. To put all the pieces together. We come here and we ask for people to be part of that mission. We ask for people to come on board. It's not on the front end. It's not glamorous. It's not glorious in the fact that you're not going to get recognition. Your name's not going to be, we'll put your name out there as much as you want it to be put out there. And the funny part is we get a lot of people that come on and say, you know what, I don't need anything. But yet they come and they help a little bit or a lot of it. And got people like Frank and Jonathan Crochet and Raquel Parfait and Andrea Eichmann. And the list is just astronomical. And I'm leaving a ton of names out, and I can't do the roll call right now, folks. But the organizations are also a plethora. And again, if we can provide that resource and help veterans and first responders with the resources they need, it'll be beautiful. It will be beautiful. And we'll get there. But so last night we came on and we had one of our, we'll call him an influencer. He has a podcast. He's written a book called Speak Up, Show Up, and Lead. And that's the name of his podcast. We had JJ Hardy on last night, and he even invited today. Last night he was inviting other people onto his show. Today he invited the People's Patriot Project. So we'll set that up. He likes to help people get through the grind of their daily life. He has another book that's coming out. He's one of those guys that never slows down, always has something in the fire, an iron in the fire, more than one iron in the fire. He believes that firmly that there is help for anyone who's looking for it. If you're looking for it, and that's weird because we just kind of were talking about that with some of our processes. I would really like to have JJ come on board with us and collaboratively work with us and work through getting all this stuff put together. It was a blessing to have him on, and you'd be missing out if you don't get a chance to go check out last night's episode of We Got Your 6 at 6. You're not on the document, Frank.
I'm not on the who?
You're not on the document.
What document?
The debrief document that I put in the private chat for you.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Well, I am now.
He's recovering, folks. He's recovering.
Yeah, it was a long day. Yesterday was longer than it should have been. I could get the darn cursor to work, I'd be just fine. We also had a great musician on, and his name was Kyle Domain, and he has a band called the Voodoo Bayou Band. And Kyle shared that what the band is up to and where they're going from today. And he really loves the festival circuit and be going out there more and feeling that they're much more original and let them be their kind of players. And so they don't bend to what's popular or what they think needs to be done. And then he also has a connection with a band called The Preserve. And I think they were in Arizona, and he's done some songs with them. They all know each other. And the first song he had, which is the one that I tended to like a little more for a lot of reasons, more than one, it was called Granddad's Shoes. And one of the reasons why I like it so much is because I just found out my daughter's going to have a child.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
A granddad. Yeah, look at that smile. And it was all about trying to live up to family traditions and respect for people that had served before. And his family had done a lot of service. And it was actually, the song was written about one of his musicians' grandfathers. And it was a great song. And his second song was called Rescue Me. And it focused on finding someone that is out there reaching out a hand to help you. And knowing that there are people out there that love and are waiting to help. There's also took a stab at all of us when we get down and who we turn to when we're at our lowest. I also had a definite link to that, because there's been times when my world was very dark, and thank God that I pulled myself out. And lastly came a song called Southern Style. And it's the high school buddy that he had was in the Navy and was a fireman and a long list of other things. He had done all kinds of stuff. And he loved life and had a zest and did anything 110%. One of those overachievers. And unfortunately, he ended up taking his life. He had his demons that he fell prey to. And it's a song about the friendship and the things that had been sparked in his life. And we lose too many of those folks, and it's nice to hear friends inspired and doing things to make sure their memories still stay alive.
Amen. Amen. I love their music, and I love his demeanor and how he approached things, and was just seemed to, I don't know, it had this cool, calm, soothing voice, and
He was just genuine.
yeah,
There wasn't an ounce of put on or trying to be something else. I love that in people.
You don't find it very often.
No, and it's unfortunate.
At least not at the comfort level that we had with him last night. So you kind of said that you were the fan of the first one because you're going to be a granddad, and then you were like really into the second one. Which one are we shooting for tonight?
Well, I'd pick the first one and dedicate it to my daughter.
Oh, well, that's going to be, we'll get that all taken care of for sure. For sure. Were there notes under the granddad shoes?
No.
Because they're
I just
gone
made them
now.
up.
Okay. All right. Well, let's folks, it is critical and crucial at this time because we are, and I don't even know, let me check. Siri, how many days until December 13th? 54 days, folks. 54 days until the Rees Across America Reef Line Day is on us. It's the second Saturday of December. And there should not be a service member in our country that goes unrecognized because of the things that they've done to serve their country. Even if it just shouldn't. If you have a living family member, or if you have a Legion, a VFW, Dave, you name it, Sons of Liberty, Daughters of Liberty, these organizations and families, and then I get it becomes a burden on the family sometimes, but I don't think, especially in the national cemeteries, I don't think anyone should go unrecognized or unnoticed, and that's my opinion. I have some other opinions in regards to wreaths and memorials altogether, but it doesn't really help the cause. This is the thing that makes people realize and know and feel that they're doing something right. And I'll tell you what, me and Andrea went and did some footage down at Fort Snelling National Cemetery this last week, and she's put some TikToks out, and just amazing thoughts, feelings, ideas. There are roughly 200,000 interments, veteran interments at Fort Snelling. There are 300,000 people at rest at Fort Snelling National Cemetery. Not all of them are veterans, but I want to see them covered. A wreath costs $17 to sponsor, folks. We spend our money on a lot worse things in life than remembering, honoring, and teaching about those that have laid their lives down for their community and their country. So make sure you get out there. We've got a number of opportunities and places. Please get out there and make sure that you sponsor a wreath. Get your family members to sponsor a wreath. And again, let's remember all of those that have served our country. And that there is that conversation about making sure we're remembering and taking care of those that are still with us. I think of Vietnam veterans. And so just let's go. I have a goofy little help button that's right over my enter button, and it's driving me nuts. I can't hit the enter, Frank.
Maybe you should use your bigger finger there.
I can't hit enter, and it's what happened? Why did this thing come here? Maybe I can move the whole thing down to my other screen and it will disappear. Maybe a different screen size. There we go. Now we did it. I don't know why that did that, but there we go. We got the Reach Across America stuff out there. What the goofy technology things? Gosh dang it. All righty. We can get this graphic off. Andrea's been working her tail off. Oh, I want to real quick remind everyone, last night, JJ Hardy, he's got a book out there. Make sure you get out there and check out his book. Again, speak up, show up, and lead. He's part of Victory Leadership Coaching. Again, having JJ on was amazing. Next week, Sunday, depending on how you start your week, sometimes Sunday is the first day of the week. Is it your first day of the week? I mean, I suppose in the professional world, Sunday is the first day of the week, isn't it?
Yeah. And then there's 6 Saturdays after that.
What?
This what happens when you're retired. There ain't no work days.
Oh, I suppose.
You get Sunday and 6 Saturdays.
I get what you're saying now, man.
This is first Saturday.
First Saturday of the week. This coming week, we've got Ranger Rick coming on. The guy is a beast. He's always on the go, getting the stuff done. And if you've not heard of J.T. Thompson and the Gunslingers, that's a local band here in Minnesota. He is a Army Ranger running a band, and he is cool, smooth, and has got some great stuff out there. So come check us out. And so for your listening pleasure today, and in honor of Frank DeMyth and his daughter, we have the song from The Preserve, or Kyle DeMing, Granddad's Shoes. Come check us out. Make sure you're checking your 6. Patriot Pride.
Single trumpet blows to mark this solemn day. We mourned his granddad's flag was offered by his grave. He loved Old Glory, and Glory loved him still. But the tears kept falling as the lawyers read his will. Family members' names were read off one by one. Got to my name, a proud teenage grandson. Well, he left me many things, especially the truth. The gift I cherished most was his old combat boots. So now I lay him down, I lay him down to sleep. God, I pray his loving hero so you keep. Before I should die, I have to spread this news. Now she'll miss his smile. Hope I can last 1 mile. Can't wait to walk in Granddad's shoes. Walk a mile in his boots. Boots were running when the crowds were raining down. They swam in ice and mud in the trenches underground. They sat with broken souls just like those men above. Stood the test of time just like this man I love. So now we lay them down, we lay them down to sleep. God, I pray their loving heroes' souls will keep. Before we should die, we have to spread this news. all the mild intelligence.
An old soldier never dies.